Hi, and welcome back to Mirror Image Co, the styling and coaching platform that helps you maximize your potential. Today's video is on leadership. Now, this is a very broad subject and is very much talked about, and there are so many leadership books, podcasts, shows, everything, coaches. And so I don't profess to know everything about leadership, but I think that from a female standpoint, it's just important to highlight some things that I've observed that make a successful leader, because I believe that observation and mirroring of certain principles that leaders hold is key to success. There are certain things that successful people, and success isn't necessarily material. It can be people who just fulfill and use their gift to serve others. There's certain habits and traits that they tend to have. So I wanted to equip you with some points. So the first one is, it starts with personal leadership. You cannot attempt to lead other people or an organization or a group in any manner if you can't lead yourself. If you don't have the discipline within yourself to tell yourself, well, I may not feel like it, but I'm gonna get up and go to the gym at 6, or I'm gonna get up and make this food and plan ahead for the week, or I'm going to journal, or I'm going to invest in mentoring somebody every month, and we're going to meet up regularly. Things like that. If you are disciplined within yourself, that gives other people confidence. Hey, this person knows what they're doing with their life, and so I feel confident giving them influence over mine. Second point is, you have to hold yourself to a higher standard. You have to do the work. That's what leadership is. They're the first ones to go and do something and pioneer the way, and so you have to hold yourself to that higher account. And so it's not for everyone. I know there are some people who say you're a leader in every sense, and to some respect I personally do think that's true. However, it is up to the extent the person chooses to take on that mandate of leadership for their life. There's no way about it. There's no shortcuts. There's no overnight successes. There's nothing of that sort, even though we live in a world that may make it seem like that. The best things that are built over time tend to last anyway. And then effective leaders identify and build on their natural gifts and talents. So again, what the natural gift and talent you have is not just for you to enjoy, but also to serve others. But again, you have to cultivate it. You have to work it. You have to make sure that it's you're continually getting better. I mean, one example I could think of now is actors, and they regularly go to classes, and a lot of people think it's only the sort of newbies coming through, but I've even seen more established actors run schools, acting classes, go to them, and still have a voice coach, still have an acting coach. So they're still working on their craft. So no matter how talented or decorated they may be in their craft, they're still wanting to learn. And I think that's so key. You have to develop resilience and learn how to respond with wisdom. Now, this is probably, I think, the biggest hurdle of anybody who is in any position where eyes are on them, whether it be in their family, in their workplace, in a hobby, in a team, in an organization of some sort. You gotta learn how to just be patient with yourself and outwork that patience in how you respond. Easier said than done, but it can be done. Being free from people, and again, this goes to that, like usually when you respond emotionally, it's from an ego standpoint. And so you want to be able to respond from a place of, I'm not going to be offended by this behavior. I'm not going to pay attention to that. I'm going to be disciplined about what I give my time and attention to. And so when you're free from people, you don't mind if someone's offended that you're not giving them time. You don't mind if, you're being discussed, maybe not in the most positive light. You just know that you have a purpose. And so you don't have time for that drama, and you don't have time for negativity. So it's so key to be free from people, because you can't serve them effectively if you need them. The next point is developing courage. And this also is in terms of developing your mindset. You're never, I don't think, ever going to be absolutely fear-free. However, you can be fearless in the sense that you lessen the fear that may attempt to cripple you from moving forward. So I'll say that again. You may not be completely fear-free, but you can be fearless in the sense that you just learn how to recognize it and lessen that fear, negate it, and say, hey, this is not going to stop me, I'm going to go forward anyway. So that first starts in your thought life. If your negative thoughts comes in your mind, you go, actually, no, I can do it. I'm good enough. Or I have the gifts, I have the talent. Or I'm not going to let one person out of 8 billion people ruin my day. All those kind of things. Or I'm not going to dwell on this. It's not useful, it's not helping my day, it's not helping me move forward. Things like that, short things like that. You don't have to have a, massive speech in your head, or you don't have to have a complicated system. It's just a matter of being completely self-aware and disciplined about your thought life so that you can develop the courage so that your mind doesn't hinder you, it actually propels you. The fifth point, I think, is you have to embrace healthy ambition and you have to empower others to use their gifts. Empower them to use their gifts, just as you use yours. Don't be afraid of ambition. It's not a dirty word. It's not something that should involve you relinquishing your principles. Ambition should always be coupled with immovable principles, so that no matter who you're with, no matter what opportunity, no matter how much badly you may want something, your principles always win. And that's healthy ambition. That you're willing to go after what you want, but you're not willing to do that at the cost of your principles. And so there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a high achiever, with wanting to fulfill your calling in life and empower others to do so, because you also want to feel fulfilled as a person who's made a contribution to this world. But you got to make sure that your principles are unshakable regardless of the circumstances and opportunity. And be intentional with your time and be selective with your friends. And I use that term very loosely. Whatever gets your time is an indicator of your level of commitment to something. People often say, let me see your bank statement, let me see your phone bill, and let me see your purse, all those kind of things, because it's an indicator of how you spend your time and where. And so be selective with that and understand that not everybody deserves access to you, and that's okay. And you can respectfully create those boundaries, which will be a blessing to you and the other person. And more importantly, decide what kind of friends and what kind of people you want around you. Sometimes when you're on your road to purpose, not everyone will understand. So really decide who you want around you and be willing to let go. Don't intentionally and look forward to let go, but be willing to, if that relationship and the season that it was in just runs its course. Sometimes we just outgrow people. There's no drama, there's nothing negative. It's just a natural progression. So don't feel guilty about that, but just respect the other person's contribution, be grateful for that, but be mindful to move on and be mindful to surround yourself with people who are committed to growing themselves so that you can all pull each other up rather than pulling each other down. And I would say get to know people first. This goes for romantic relationships as well as friendships. Really get to know someone's character and their principles and what they stand for before you really allow them to have any influence, any say over how you conduct your life. And then the last two is that you have to take care of yourself without apology. This is a lifelong journey, and so self-care is going to be extremely important as you move forward. So don't forget to invest in yourself, not only in terms of your growth, but also in terms of your health, in terms of your thought life, in terms of everything. You are responsible for you as an adult. And so if you take care of yourself, you're going to be so much better than if you didn't, for everything else that you need to do and for the goals that you need to fulfill. Make sure that on that to-do list that you're on it. Make sure you put something on your to-do list that is self-care focused. Even if it's something, a note that says, be kind to yourself. Something on your list that reminds you to take care of yourself so that you're not relying on outside forces to do so. So I hope that helps you on your leadership journey, whether you're at the start, whether you're embarking on a new job, where you're managing people, whether you're running a team, whether you're starting a family, or whether you just want to grow and learn how to lead yourself. I hope those tips helped you just move forward and take that next step. So check out our website, mirror-imageco.com. That's mirror-imageco.com. Check it out for the latest blogs. Our Mirror Spotlight is our monthly highlight of things that we think will be able to equip and empower you. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.